He strutted in like he owned the room because, well, he usually did. The billionaire smirked, looked at the black woman standing at the head of the boardroom, and muttered, "I don't shake hands with staff." What happened just 5 minutes later left his mouth wide open, and his empire $4 billion poorer. Stay with this story, because you're about to learn how a woman with grace, grit, and power flipped a room without ever raising her voice. Inside, the towering glass skyscraper of the Empire Financial Summit, billionaires and board members gathered like royalty. It was the annual gathering where deals weren't made, they were written into history. Richard Voss was late, of course, but no one minded. He was a legend in their world. Worth over $17 billion. Founder of the world's largest private equity chain. Arrogant, untouchable, and proud of it. As he entered the room, tailored suit gleaming under the chandelier, he noticed a black woman standing confidently at the head of the table. No entourage, no nameplate, just poise and presence. She smiled, extended her hand, and he looked at it like it was dirt on his Rolex. "I don't shake hands with staff," he said flatly, and walked right past her. The room tensed. Some pretended to check their phones. Others swallowed their discomfort. The woman didn't say a word. She simply retracted her hand and sat down. Richard leaned to his assistant and whispered, "What's she doing at the head?" His assistant went pale, fumbling through papers. But Richard didn't notice. He was already boasting about his next acquisition, a revolutionary AI healthcare company he was about to close funding on. But the investors around the room weren't nodding. They weren't even making eye contact. We're all watching her. Because Richard Voss had just made the biggest mistake of his career. Her name was Dr. Ariana Cole. She wasn't staff. She wasn't an assistant. She was the executive managing partner of Crestborn Capital, a silent $90 billion investment group that only backed ethical, innovative ventures. And she held the signature rights to a $4 billion equity deal Voss had spent 2 years chasing. She'd flown in personally to meet him. She wanted to see what kind of man he was. And now she knew. "Shall we begin?" she asked calmly. Everyone sat upright. Richard looked confused. "Wait, who are you?" he asked, chuckling nervously. "Dr. Ariana Cole," she said. "Managing partner. I was here to discuss your proposal." Then she paused and let the silence sit. "Was," she repeated. Richard tried to recover. I didn't mean any disrespect. I just thought you were..." "Exactly. You thought." Without yelling, without insulting, without drama, Ariana slid a crisp folder across the table. "This is Crestborn's withdrawal from Voss Corp's Series F funding." Gasps echoed in the room. Richard opened it. His jaw dropped. Crestborn wasn't just walking away from the deal. They were redirecting it to his competitor, a startup, led by a 26-year-old woman he once called a hobbyist. Richard's hands trembled. You wouldn't do this over a handshake," he whispered. Ariana looked him dead in the eye. "It wasn't about the handshake. It was about what it revealed." She stood. "We invest in character, Mr. Voss. And today, yours cost you $4 billion. The room didn't applaud. It didn't need to. Respect doesn't scream. It simply stands. By the next morning, Ariana Cole was trending worldwide. Clips from the summit leaked. Articles headline, "The billionaire who lost billions over ego." And Ariana, she didn't give interviews. She didn't gloat. She simply invested into companies led by people who treated others with dignity. Some people walk into a room thinking they own it. Others walk in knowing they don't need to, because the loudest power is silent, and the strongest weapon is respect. If this story moved you, share it with someone who needs a reminder. Real power is never loud. It's in how you treat people who can't help you. Subscribe for more powerful, faceless stories that hit deeper than headlines.